I'm going live again. It's Monday. I just got off of work. I think it went in focus there. Yeah, it's in focus. Today I'm gonna try and fill in the whole painting today. Keep that in mind. Here's maybe you can take a screenshot. There's the colors I'm using. Burnt umber, Alzerian crimson, yellow, raw sienna, Mars black, hooker green. I already mixed the black into the hooker green. That's what it looks like without the black. This is olive green, white, powder blue, magnesium blue, light blue, and Payne's gray. So I just decided I wanted to put two mountains in here. So I'm gonna do that first. I'm gonna use a acrylic brush, a number 10 filbert to design. I'm gonna do the mountains first, just to get them in there, one higher than the other one. I'm going to use Payne's Gray here. I want it kind of high, because like I said, I want to fill in most of the canvas with artwork. So put in some cool mountains here. I have one. Put another peak in here. It's gonna kind of go fast. This is just my underpaint, so I'm going live because I got to go to practice here in a little bit, and I wouldn't have time to edit the video, upload it. So I like going live because it kind of uploads it right away when you're done. So that's kind of cool. I kind of like that. We'll have a mountain there. Let me put one over here now. Maybe a little shorter, but kind of in front of that one a bit. We'll put this one here in the front. Let's see. We'll put the peak over here. It'll come out good. I'm just trying to get a rough idea in here real quick. There we go. Alright, we'll have a bunch of mountain peaks in there. Just like that. Today what I'm going to do, I'll put in some hills, I guess. I'm going to use some of the hooker green I mixed the black with and add some white to it to lighten it up. And I'm going to put a hill back here. Not too steep today. Layer in some hills real quick. Using the hooker green with black in it, and I lightened it up a bit with some white. Look at that. I could put some treetops on top there. I'm going to grab some olive green right now and just put it in back here below the mountains just to see if we could get some, like a green grass looking thing going on way in the back, just to get some color down on the painting. We'll have like a light green back there. I guess I'll have some water running down here. Either that, I'll run a pathway from here to the water, and we'll have it like a river in the front here. Mix a little Payne's gray and blue, and I'm going to put in a river right here coming down. A grayish gray blue. Okay, just like that. I'll have some water in the scene. I'll mix a little raw sienna and yellow and throw it in here, see what we get. Raw sienna and yellow. Just painting on the fly. Hopefully this might turn out good. You never know. And I'll put a little more of that next to the river here. And then I'm going to put some my dark, no, I'm going to use burnt umber with a little white in it. And we'll put some like brown dirt down here. And then I could run some bushes in there if I need to. Let's see how that's looking so far. Looks pretty good. Let me get that glare off of it. There we go. There we go. So now I'm going to put the sky in. I'm going to throw the powder blue up there and then try and darken it up here and there. Sometimes this powder blue almost looks like a light gray, but it's a light blue. I'm going to throw a little magnesium blue in there to see what happens. Wow, it really changes it up a lot. There we go. That looks good. And I'm going to lighten up the bottom here. Titanium white. Let it mix with that blue a bit. It's acrylic paint, so I'm using water to clean my brushes. Pretty much been using the same brush so far, the whole painting. When I paint these landscapes, I'm just painting them from my mind, you know. Once you do a few of them, you know, where you want your mountain and your water, and it gets to be pretty, not easy, but you can design it as you go. Hopefully hopefully I'm not standing right in front of the painting now. Alright, there's the sky. I'm going to lighten up the distance real quick with some white. Make that green a little lighter in the back. And I'm going to lighten up the green on these hills here. Pull this hill closer to us. Making it lighter. That pushes that hill back there. Very good. Now I'm going to add a little white into this raw sienna and yellow just to change up the look on it. You can see how it adds stuff in there, so it just doesn't look like one flat color. It kind of adds some different things going on in there now, different colors, different tones, okay, just by adding a little white while it's wet. So it just doesn't look like I laid down the same green, but now we got, see how it looks, all the colors look different now. It's just not one flat color anymore, which is good. It's what we want. I'm gonna put some snow up on the mountain now and get that done. I think I'm going to add a little gray to my white today. I have the light coming in from the left today. So I'm going to hit the left side of my mountains first with a little light, by just painting some white on the left sides of each peak. Just so I can design the mountain. Very good. All right, now I'm going to change it up a bit so we get a different look on the mountains. Look at that. Looks pretty good. For my shadow side, I'm going to mix a little blue and gray. I guess I'll have to use the light blue. And I'm going to pretend my brush is like a knife and pull some bluish color to the right of my snow. Real loose. Alright, there's shady side of the mountains there. Doesn't that look cool? Wow, I really like that. I'll brighten up the snow on the left here in a little bit. Let's do some clouds real quick. I think I'm going to try this funky brush that I got that I used for highlighting. And this might make some cool clouds, I'm not sure. By stamping it in. So let's give it a try. I'm going to use a stamping technique and stamp in the top part of the cloud. See if that works today with this brush. And then just get bigger at the bottom. Kind of like that. It's a very light sky, so it's over here, so it's not really showing up too good. But I'll add some shadow to that cloud underneath, so it looks a little better. But let's see if that's showing up for you. Yeah, it's showing up. Nice cloud over here. It's just light. The sky's just very light. I'm actually going to pull the bottom of this cloud to the right, just at the bottom. This one too, just to blend it into the sky. I really like that. I think I'm going to darken up some white with a little gray and blue, and add in a grayer cloud right here, since the sky is so light. Put a gray one here. Very good. I like that. A gray cloud here. Very nice. Very nice. I didn't know if this brush would work. I mean, it's okay. The last video I did, I just kind of painted the clouds up in there. So see if I can add a little our light's going to be coming from the left here. Let me try it here real quick. Add some color to the left side of some of these clouds. Just a little light blue. Just to add some color into the clouds there. That's good enough. I'm going to let that set for a while and see what happens. I kind of like what's going on so far. I'll run some trees now on this hill over here. I'm going to mix some of my dark green with a little white so the trees aren't so dark way in the back. So I'm going to stamp in some tree tops back here coming down this hill with the fan brush. distant trees there. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Make some trees coming down this hill. Okay, it's looking good. So at the bottom of my trees now, because it's almost the same color as the grass, I'm going to get my fan brush and add a little titanium white to the bottom of these trees. And just pull some white underneath into the grass. Just so that my trees show up a little better. It's titanium white. See how it shows up now? Same thing over here. You can also shape the hill with that color, with the white. Just keep pulling it back. That's looking pretty good. They look like distant trees. You want them to be kind of light, the ones that are way in the distance. So I really like that. We'll get darker as we move forward. So I like my mountains here. What I'm going to do right now is I want to add a tree in here in the middle of the picture just to get some depth going. I'll put a couple of them here. That gives us a couple trees like in the middle of the painting, because I'll probably have a large tree from here on the side. Let me see where I'm at on time. 24 minutes. Wow, this is taking a while. I'm going to use this funny half-inch brush and put some bushes on my water right now. I'm going to use that dark hooker green that I got and stamp in some cool bush tops with this funky brush I got. And then I'll highlight the bushes. I want it to go all the way down the river here. Alright, pretty good. I'm going to make this one a little bigger here. Looking good, looking good. Trying to go fast. Some more bushes there. I'm going to put a bush down here and run a tree from these bushes down here. All the way on the side there. I'm going to use an oil brush for that, believe it or not. A big fan brush, a number 8. So I'm going to have a big tree. Coming down to the front there. And this is probably, I'm going to try and come down a little loose. Stamp on some cool branches here. Make a big evergreen tree right in the front here. It's going to cover everything up, but I want something in the foreground here. Look at that. Wow. Doesn't that look cool? I got to bring this branch out here a little more. It looks really cool. I just covered up all this. I didn't really cover much up, but you know what's behind there. So I got some bushes in front of this evergreen tree, and I'm going to highlight them right now with I'm going to try the raw sienna with some yellow in it. More raw sienna than yellow. Look at that. That looks good. I'll throw in some white in there. Let's see how that's looking in the frame. Cool. They're cool bushes. I think I'm going to use that same color on these bushes down here. I'm going to mix a little of the Algerian crimson and yellow. Get like an orangey look here. Orangey color for these over here. I like it. It's looking good. Put a little highlights on this tree. Doesn't really need it. I like that it's dark, but that looks pretty good with some green in it. Alright guys, I think that's about all I'm going to do for now, because I still got a lot of work to do here in the groundwork underneath here, some water. But I think I'm running out of time. I got to go to practice, band practice. If you guys are into music, come and check out my band, the Rick and Lisa Experience. We're going to do a live tomorrow. We play like 3 or 4 songs live. That'll be tomorrow around 2 o'clock my time. But isn't this one coming out pretty good so far? I kind of like it. Put some twigs out here. Kind of like it so far. Gives you something to work off of if you like this layout. It's a good start for you. Now with the mountains, because the white is soaking in a little bit, so you could come back and actually re-hit some of the white up there, okay? Just a little. Just enough to brighten it up again, okay? Try not to reshape the mountain. Just go over the white that's already there and kind of brighten it up a bit, okay? Just like that. Alright, that's all I'm going to do. Underneath these bushes, you just got to grab some brown color. Maybe I'll just finish this up real quick. Put some brown color underneath your bushes here, and then grab a little white and throw white into it to change up the color a bit. That's all you got to do, just to make that ground look finished down there. Underneath these bushes, just throw some brown, burnt umber. Same way on the water. And then maybe I'll finish it up. Might as well finish it up. I won't use a knife, but run a water line down the river's edge there. Put a few water lines in there so you know that it's water. Wow, that's looking pretty good. I'll do a few more things for you. So those bushes, they look kind of cool, right? But there's more that you can do to it. I'm going to grab some white. Now watch this, how I'm going to put dab a little bit of white color just on like the right side of the bushes here. Okay, just like that to make them stand out more. Okay, and then you can put, if you go down low on these bushes, you can put some flowers in here at the very bottom. Okay, if you want to finish this off, just at the very, very bottom. You can do it over here too. Just tap in some white and it'll look like some flowers growing down at the bottom. Okay, like I said, there's a lot more to do, but I think I'm gonna finish it up now because it's gonna already be a long video. Keep working it, but thanks for watching, and cheers.